Lamplight Audiobooks presents Beloved Hope by Tracie Peterson, narrated by Stephanie Cozart.
Chapter 1. Oregon City, Oregon. May, 1850. You can't be serious. Hope Flanagan looked at the man who sat opposite her at her sister and brother-in-law's kitchen table. You expect me to testify in the Cayuse trial? Only weeks before, the 5 Cayuse men deemed responsible for the Whitman massacre had been turned over to the Army and were now in Oregon City to stand trial. Hope twisted her skirt in her hands, thankful the table hid her actions. For the last 2.5 years, she had worked to forget that awful day in November when the Cayuse attacked the Whitman Mission. Then, in a single moment, this man brought it all back to her. She remembered the kitchen at the mission on that day, sitting beside John Sager, the boy she'd hoped to marry. She had thought life perfect. She'd never wanted to come west to Oregon, but when she fell in love, everything changed. It changed again when Tomahas and Tolokite, 2 Cayuse chiefs, showed up at the mission house. There had been trouble with the Cayuse for weeks. Measles had followed the white settlers into Oregon country, and many of the Cayuse had died. The chiefs blamed the whites in general at first, but when Marcus Whitman, a doctor, failed to save their sick while seeming to revive his white patients, the Cayuse were convinced he was killing them on purpose. The Cayuse were angry that day. They demanded help, demanded medicine. But all the while they had planned to kill Whitman. Hope trembled, remembering the murderous look in Tomahas's eyes. Even prior to the attack, his people called Tomahas the murderer, and rightly so. His temper was short and his actions swift. Hope remembered John tensing beside her. He'd been working with twine and put it to one side in a very slow, casual manner. When Tolokite and Tomahas began their attack, John reached for his pistol and Tomahas shot him.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?